The Supreme Court said no. They drew the line in the sand today for President Donald Trump. In a 6-3 ruling issued, the High Court officially blocked the Trump administration from deploying the National Guard troops to Chicago for immigration reinforcement, despite claims of violent resistance and rebellion at ICE facilities. The court ruled the president failed to show he had the legal authority to override governor's control of the Guard. This is the biggest justice blow to the 2025 immigration crackdown yet, okay? Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Voices Within the Qalbi Immigration Site. So today is December 24, and the Supreme Court just gave the administration a very unexpected gift, a total rejection. Today, Trump versus Illinois, the High Court ruled a 6-3 to keep a block on the deployment of National Guards to Chicago. So the administration basically argued that violent resistance against ICE agents in the suburb of the Broadview created a danger of rebellion that justified taking control of Illinois National Guards away from Governor J.B. Pritzker. I believe that's how you say his name. The Supreme Court basically said, nope. They ruled that the government failed to identify any source of authority that allows the military to execute domestic laws in this way. So maybe why did they lose? It comes down to a phrase in the 10 USC 12406, I believe. The law says the president can federalize the guards if he is unable with the regular forces to execute the law. So the majority of the court, including Chief Justice Roberts and Justice Kavanaugh, determined that regular forces means the actual U.S. military, which is Army, Navy, Air Force, and so on and so forth. So the court essentially said, if you want to use the military to enforce laws, you have to prove a regular militaries can't handle it first. Just because of the Posey Comiteus Act, the military is generally banned from domestic law enforcement anyways. It is a legal catch-22 that has effectively paralyzed the administration's plans to use the guards as a domestic violence force. And not everyone obviously agreed. By that vote, you can say 6-3. Justice Alito, Thomas, and Grushot filed a fiery 16-page dissent. Alito argued that the protection of the federal officers from potentially legal attacks should be the priority, regardless of the legal technicalities, right? He accused the majority of ignoring the emergency on ground in Chicago, where protesters and ICE agents have been clashing for weeks, right? This split shows that even the conservatives supreme majority has a breaking point when it comes to using military act on American soils on their own citizens. Now, this is a massive win for states like California, Oregon, and Illinois that have fought to keep their National Guard members under state control. If you are in the sanctuary city that was bracing for a military presence, this ruling gives you a major shield. The administration says it won't stop their agenda, which we know, duh, right? But they are running out of legal avenues to use these National Guards militants. So expect more resistance, or expect more reliance on private contractors, federal agents from other departments. But for now, the quote-unquote military takeover of Chicago has been halted by the highest court in the land. If there's any more urgent updates, I'll keep you updated, guys. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends and families. Bye.